you for agreeing to this interview with the National Hispanic Business Information Clearinghouse. Just finished your book. It's a wonderful book, a great contribution to small business and especially Hispanic small business, but great book. Why did you write the book?
Well, I wrote The Engine of America because there's nothing small about small business. There's 25 million small businesses in the United States, and they generate the majority of the output of the economy, and they create most of the net new jobs. But something that a lot of times people don't realize is that 50% of small businesses fail within the first 4 years. So if there's anything that we can do to help those businesses grow, not just get started, but grow over the long term, I think we will be doing not only a great thing for them, but for our economy as well.
Hector, as you know, the Business Information Clearinghouse is one of the things that we're attempting to do is to break down that barrier to relevant business information to our community out there, to our community of not only existing businesses, but potential businesses, individuals who are thinking about becoming entrepreneurs. In your book, you talk, in The Engine of America, you discuss with some very, very successful businessmen and women, their success and how they became successful. What do you find, did they have something in common? Did all of those individuals, did you find a commonality among them?
Well, I really did. I found a lot of common interests, a lot of common challenges with a lot of the people that I interviewed. By the way, I want to congratulate the Business Information Clearinghouse because I think of the Business Information Clearinghouse as the engine of America come to life. Because what it's really all about is surrounding those entrepreneurs with the tools that they need to succeed. It's not because they're not smart or hardworking. Oftentimes it's because they don't know what they don't know. And if they go to the Business Information Clearinghouse or if they read The Engine of America, they can get some of those secrets. But the things that are very common, and I think you refer to it oftentimes as the money, as the markets, as the management, it's really true. Those are some of the tools that small businesses need help with. And they can get so much great information, and they can get it on a real-time basis. This website is being updated all the time, and that's what we endeavor to do with the Business Information Clearinghouse, sharing those secrets from entrepreneurs who have already made it.
One of the things that in your book you stress the need for a plan, and you stress that over and over in your book. You talk about a plan. Talk just a little bit about the Engine of America and why a plan is so important and why you stress that so much in your book.
Well, having a plan is critically important. I used to say when I first got into business is that no business plans to fail, but most businesses fail to plan, and that's why they struggle. And you've heard it described many different ways. If you don't have a map, you'll never get there. You got to have the right recipe, and it's very, very true. And sometimes the relationship that people have with planning is somewhat disjointed. You know, they may spend a lot of time on a plan, but then not work the plan, not execute the plan, or forget about the plan. Plan is something that's very dynamic. It's a critical part of your business. There's no one way to do it. There's no one program to do it. But there are some basic things that are in there. You know, how are you going to build this company? What kind of resources are you going to need? How are you going to sell or market your product? Who are the people that you're going to need? How long is it going to take you to do certain things? What kind of technology that you need? And again, I go back to the Business Information Clearinghouse. It's a one-stop where you can go and you can get ideas and information, recommendations, suggestions on how to do that. And that's what, again, what we try to do with the Engine of America. Really, for it to be a guide, if you will. And what I wanted to do is not make it real academic or theoretical, because there are a lot of books like that that are already out there, but make it something that it was very attainable for people, very understandable, and for people that read this book, no matter what stage of their business career they were in, they could get something valuable that they could apply to their business right away.
Well, Hector, you know, being the past administrator of the United States Small Business Administration, you worked and you reached out all over the country and nationally and internationally, and you've noted, I know that when you've gone to the National Hispanic Business Information Clearinghouse, you've noted that we also, everything that's in there in English is also in there in Spanish. We are reaching out to a Spanish-speaking audience as well. How important do you think that is?
Well, you're right. As the SBA administrator, we learned a lot of different things. For example, one of the things that we tried to do was put together a Spanish language website for the SBA programs and services. It was just geared towards that. And I will tell you that when we first started to do that, a lot of people said, you don't need to do that. People aren't going to read in Spanish. They're not going to go there. They won't understand it. We got millions of visitors to that website. And I think that the National Hispanic Business Information Clearinghouse is taking it to a whole different level. You know, we did what we could at the SBA, but I think that this initiative is going to go well beyond what we were able to do at the SBA. But the market is incredibly dynamic. When you sit there and you think the fastest growing business market in the United States is Hispanic business, 2 million Hispanic businesses in the United States already that generate $300 billion in revenues every single year. And the demographers that study these trends tell us that those numbers will literally double every 5 years. So within 10 years, we could have 8 million Hispanic-owned businesses. So I think the timing for the National Hispanic Business Information Clearinghouse, and hopefully my book, The Engine of America, which we also hope to have in Spanish in the near future, will be something that will help those small businesses, again, not just get started, but grow over the long term so they can make the important contributions to our community and to our economy.
Well, Hector, it's been an honor and a pleasure having you here at the Business Information Clearinghouse, and best wishes with your book, and again, thank you so much for spending a little time with us here today.
Well, thank you for everything that you do. I congratulate the National Hispanic Business Information Clearinghouse and all the communities that it is empowering. Congratulations, kudos to you, and don't forget the Engine of America. Thank you very much.